Hi guys, welcome back to Nelly Mark's concept. I'm glad to have you here once again. In case you are new here, please you might consider subscribing. I would also like you to like my videos, drop comment. It's a way of getting a meaningful feedback, then share our content. My name is Nelson and I have an interesting question to solve with you today. Very interesting. Now, this is the question. Simplify without using calculator. Minus 1 all raised to power of 4 times minus 1 raised to power of 3 times minus 1 raised to power of 2 divided by 2 raised to the power of minus 4 times 4 squared times minus 1 power 4. Okay, this dot means multiplication. Okay, it means times. All right. Okay, so this is the question that I'll be solving with you today. Just this question, and it doesn't require a calculator. That's why the question says without using calculator, simplify. Okay, and I know at this point you are already guessing the answer. Okay, let's look at the solution. We write the question again. All right, before we solve this beautiful question, let's take down some notes. 1. A negative number raised to an even power always returns a positive result. Okay? When a negative number is enclosed in a bracket and it is raised to an even power, okay, if the power is even, then always expect a positive result. Is that clear? I wish you get a pen and write this down. It will really help us here. Then secondly, a negative number raised to an odd power always returns a negative result. Okay? All right, let us proceed. Then open bracket minus 1 raised to power 4 close bracket is same as just minus 1 power 4. Okay, so don't be deceived by this bracket. All right, finally a raised to power of minus n is same as 1 all over a raised to power of n. This is indices. Okay, this is what indices. We call this one negative index. All right, negative index or negative power. Okay, so if the power is negative, then you can express it as what? 1 over a raised to the positive version of the power. I think that is clear enough. So with this being said, let's move to the next slide for the solution proper. Okay, now this is the question here. Now, from what we learned in the previous slide, our result here is going to be positive. Why? Minus 1 is enclosed, okay, in a bracket, and we have an even power. So we are expecting a positive result here. Then here, we should be expecting a negative result. Why? The power is what? Odd. And a negative number is enclosed in a bracket. Is that clear? Then our answer here should be positive. Okay, we should be expecting a positive result here. Why? We have an even power. Is that clear? Then in this particular place, 2 raised to the power of minus 4, we can express it as what? 1 over 2 raised to the power of 4. You can remember, right? Okay, that a raised to the power of minus n is equals to 1 over a raised to the power of n. negative index, okay, under the laws of indices. I'm going to upload a lesson on indices very soon on this channel. Okay, of course, we know what 4 squared is. 4 squared is what? 16. All right, friends, let's pay serious attention to this last part, okay? We learned in the previous slide that an expression like this is as good as only minus 1 raised to the power of 4, okay? So the bracket does not really change anything here, okay? Why? The power is inside the bracket. Is that clear? So what happens here is this: 1 power 4, okay, returns 1. Then 1 times minus, or minus 1 times 1 is also minus 1. Okay? All right. Having made these clarifications, let's look at the result. Yes, as you can see, minus 1 raised to an even power is what? 1. Okay? Don't forget, don't just mind what I'm saying, but look at the expression, how it is expressed. Okay? So that is why you don't just hear the teacher, you also look at what he or she is doing. Okay? So it is in a bracket. The minus 1 is in a bracket, and you have an even power. So you always get a positive result. Is that clear? So you know 1 raised to the power of any integer will always return 1. So 1 power 2 is 1, 1 power 4 is 1, okay? Then here, we are getting a negative number because the power is what? Odd. It's an odd number, okay? Then here we have what? A positive result. So in the numerator, we are having 1 times minus 1 times 1. Now let's look at the denominator. As you know, 2 raised to the power of minus 4 can be expressed as what? 1 upon 2 power 4. Then 4 squared is what? 16. As we already explained, we are getting a negative result here, okay? Because this even power is not affecting minus, okay? It's only affecting this one. This place is actually technical because minus 1 can technically be expressed as what? Minus 1 times 1. Okay? So this even power is affecting 1, only 1, not this minus 1. I hope you are getting what I'm saying here. Okay? So it's minus 1 times 1 power 4. And 1 power 4 is 1. Then minus 1 times 1 returns minus 1. I think this is the can I say, best explanation I can provide here. Is that clear? All right. Okay. So if we have minus 2 power 4 here, okay, it's like saying minus 1 times 2 power 4. Is that clear? Which will always give you a negative result. So any expression like this, okay, any expression like this and the power is an integer will always return a negative result. Is that clear, guys? Okay, let's move on. Of course, in this numerator, we are getting minus 1 as our answer. Why? 1 times minus 1 is minus 1. Then minus 1 times 1 is what? Minus 1. Okay, so let's see that. Okay. So we are having minus 1 in the numerator. Then we can express 1 over 2 power 4 times 16 as 16 over 16. Then we are bringing this minus 1, okay, to multiply our result. So what we have now is minus 1 over 1 times minus 1, okay? And that gives us minus 1 over minus 1, okay? Don't forget that minus over plus is minus, plus over minus is minus, plus over plus is obviously plus, then minus over minus is what? Plus. Please don't forget, all these small things are actually vital in mathematics. Okay, so let's proceed. So what we have finally as our answer is what? 1. Very, very simple. Okay, so the correct answer to this expression is what? 1. If you got -1, you have to go back and check. Probably you made a mistake somewhere. Okay, so the correct answer is what? 1. Okay, so guys, this is all I have for you. It's a simple question that one can solve in a matter of seconds. Okay, within 10 seconds, this question is solved. But I had to take my time to explain, okay, so that if you see similar question anywhere, you can actually solve it. Okay, so we didn't just learn that the answer is 1, but we learned why the answer is 1. Okay, in mathematics, it's always important, or let me say it's advisable, to always know why things are done the way they are being done. Okay, so it's very, very important to know your why. All right, guys, this is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to upload more lessons, okay, of this nature on the channel. Okay, um, I will create a playlist which I will name Solving Without Calculator. Okay, that will be the name of the playlist. Solving without the use of a calculator. Okay, it's always interesting to work independent of a calculator. So thank you so much. See you in my next lesson.